Boom! 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 So I'm hoping today, hopefully I can probably pair the transmission back up. Obviously you're gonna have to probably fill it up a little bit with transmission fluid because it spilled a little bit. We got my trusty sidekick friend here, Hoyce. He's gonna help me move this once again. Went ahead and put a little bit more of some accessories in there. We got the alternator, but these bolts are kind of a little bit short, so I ended up finding a longer 12 because I stripped a little bit, but got that one in there. I remember not to tighten it too tight. It is a 12 mil, but I don't always have a fear that something's gonna get loose, and I just don't want it to happen. We put the tensioner as well. I'm gonna wait a little bit to put the power steering pump. It already has way more weight than what I wanted it to, but those are a little bit more easier to do right now than wait until it's in the car, because it's kind of hard to do the alternator once it's all tucked in there. We got the mount already in for so far. Got the clutch already in, yeah, so now let's get busy. All right, so lost audio, but here, I'm talking about, well, I just pulled it out the dolly, getting ready to put it on, set it on the floor, so that way we can make the transmission together, pair them up together. It went without a hitch. It actually went in pretty easy. I got it pretty much on the first try. Pause. I know it sounds weird, but overall, like talking about, how I have to push the car back a little bit so I can have room. Obviously put it on 2x4 so I can lift it up a little bit high. Things that I have to remove off the engine bay to make it a lot easier. Obviously the high pressure power steering line was the only thing that I removed because it was the only thing in the way. But overall, everything else I left it in there. Also had to watch out for scraping or anything damaging my brake lines for the most part. But yeah, it went in fairly easy. A lot of lifting, a lot of moving, but I got it done. All right, so we have done a lot. All right, everybody, sorry about the mic. I think the mic was acting up, probably lost battery. But here I'm talking about the engine stuff that I put on. We got a lot of the accessories in there, minus the power steering pump. Put the charge harness, sub harness. Obviously we got the transmission back together. I put pretty much everything on that so far in here. We bolted it, getting ready to lift it up and put it in the engine. Here I'm also talking about that we put the steel oil pan with the Type S PRB oil pump as well. That was the only solution, only way that I can do it. Also, talking about, how it's not going to be too easy to put in, but overall it was pretty easy to put in. I took my time and, just make sure everything was good. Also, I wanted to put the intermediate shaft, really couldn't because the lift was in the way. So I actually did it once the engine was airborne lifted, and I was able to put it in there. Here I'm talking about kind of moving the car a little bit back so I can have some room, so I can shimmy in there and move around as I am positioning the engine to come down and moving side by side, making sure it was coming down uniformly and the way it's supposed to be without having to damage or scrape things. Also, in the engine bay, I did have to remove the high pressure power steering line because it was the only thing in the way. Sorry, so just making sure everything was prepped and ready to go in there. You're taking my time. Obviously I don't remember quite what I was talking about, but just showing you guys that I do have to put the side water neck, which is over there in that little corner, but decided to take it off because it was a lot easier to put it without it, because the chain was kind of like binding on it. I didn't want it to damage or anything like that. And yeah, so showing the engine bay, getting ready to go in. Sorry for the audio. All right, so I had to take the mic off, so you may pick up a little bit of the fan, but look what we got in here. Just painstakingly going slow step by step, slow to put the engine back in there. Can't wait. Everything's coming out pretty good. So yep, let's see, keep rolling along. Boom. 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 Just like that, it is in. Let me turn my little flashlight. Needs battery from Four Bangers Kevin Productions. This is old. Had this for a long time. So yeah, it is finally in. Forgot what day it is. I'll put it probably here. But yeah, we're moving along. So you guys can see it is in there. Finally, it's about 70% done. I put the fuel lines on, put all the wiring, the charge harness, sub harness. I still need the axles. Put all the heater hoses already on. Missing the VSS because I am going to put a little bit more of transmission fluid in there. We got the headers as well in there. So yeah, moving along. Power steering stuff's already on. I do have to put the serpentine belt. As you guys can see, this is what I was talking to you about. See how I have now clearance, so if I have any issues in the future with the power steering pump, now we can actually take it off. Before, I would have to take out pretty much everything, and I thought about maybe cutting the stud, but I just went ahead and put it back on my spare K20Z3. So yeah, I'll probably do that on another day. Put the serpentine belt. I am probably going to buy some extra grease so I can re-grease the insane shaft one, which is that one right there. I'm going to do the inboard because it's, I don't know, it's just do it. I already did it in the outboard one, so I'll probably get that. Where we have a peace of mind. And yeah, I still have to plug the injectors, which I'm going to leave for last, is once I put the the oil, we're gonna prime it so I can build up some oil pressure, and then we're gonna give it the, well, not the first, but we're gonna give it the fire up with the PRB pump. Base map and everything is pretty much set for a RSX Type S, so it should fit nicely. So yeah, put the cold air intake, throttle body, sleigh cylinder, transmission, everything back, fuel pressure regulator, so everything's pretty much connected. We are about 70% done, and then let me see if, yeah, so let me see if I can show you guys how it looks at the bottom. So that's what I kind of wanted. As you guys can see, we have way better oil pan clearance. You guys can see right there versus before. You guys can see that I have lifted it up a significant amount. So you guys can see now it doesn't stick out that much like it used to. I think I bought myself maybe 2 inches or an inch, which is nice. Now I got peace of mind. But yeah, I'm gonna close this out. Everybody stay tuned for the next segment, which is pretty much going to be it already done in the most, pretty much starting up and all that stuff. So yeah, this, I mean, if you guys have been following the videos, this is, you guys have probably seen already when I did the whole thing, but this is kind of like a revamped version, way better than I did before. Brand new seals everywhere, inside, outside, inside, main seal, all that brand new. So now I got way peace of mind when it comes to any leaks coming from the engine, which I didn't do the first time. I should have done the transmission, but I did change from the driver's side sealed. I didn't change this one, but I mean, it's been holding. I mean, I could have probably done it, but overall it's not terrible to change. That seal is a little bit more easier to change than the other ones. But yeah, I'm stoked. Getting ready to tune pretty soon. I don't know how soon. Obviously we have an exhaust to get welded as well, which I'm gonna have my trusty good pal friend Darrell Rivera, he's gonna be doing it, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, we're getting in there, super pumped. Do have to spray a little bit of brake cleaner, hope everything works out. Get some coolant. Obviously we got some oil, already put the filter, but happy to be here. Can't wait to close this out, so that way I don't have to worry about this. But yeah, moving forward, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Please, if you made it this far, drop a like. It'll help me a lot. Subscribe for more K-swap related content to help you guys out. If you guys are in a journey, on a mission, trying to learn, this is a channel to help you guys out. I'll try to document and film as much as possible, even the slightest things that people don't put up here, just to help anybody out. And if you guys have any questions, concern, don't forget to drop them down in the comment section below. If I don't answer your, somebody else will, because we're out here to help each other. But thank you guys for watching, and catch you guys on the next video.